London Irish and Harlequins games haven't been overly filled with excitement, but let's hope this one picks up in a bit.
Well, there's an infringement of the scrum, and it's a free kick, and Leguizamon taps and goes. Penalty from the ruck, and Hodgson taps and goes. This time Hodgson with a bit of space. Feeds on to Fearnarty. Fearnarty with the tackle, Nick Easter on his shoulder, and he's going to do him for a high tackle as well. And there's going to be a card as well. It's Stuart Abbott he's calling over. This is bizarre. That was off the ball, whatever happened there. I thought he was going to go for Easter for a high tackle, but it's a yellow card against Stuart Abbott, and we'll have to try and work out. Ben, did you see what he did there?
I think he flipped him over when after Paul Hodgson had passed the ball.
Well, Hodgson's taking some treatment, so we'll have a look, in which case he's jolly lucky it's only a yellow card, because we don't like to see that. So there's a big replay screen in front of the south stand, so if they have seen it, I'm sure they'll show it, but I'm told to my right it was for a dangerous tackle on Paul Hodgson. So London Irish with a penalty about 30 yards out in the middle of the pitch, and Ricky Flutie with his chance to get his account underway for this season. 10 tries and 208 points he had last year in his first season in 25 appearances for London Irish, but this kick in front of the post, I hate to say it's an easy kick, I never will with it. Ricky Flutie, he tends to miss the straight ones and get the ones which are right out on the touchline, but this one, well, you'd certainly hope. And to be fair, Ben, towards the end of last season he's clearly hampered by the foot injury.
That's right, he certainly struggled towards the end. He's done a lot of work on this over summer. Dave Aldred, Johnny Wilkins's kicking coach, has been spending a lot of time with Ricky, and you might be able to see it in his style. Well,
let's hope so. Yeah, he's certainly changed the way he addresses the ball. His knees are flexed more than they were, and it certainly has the Aldred hallmark on it. He struck it with his left boot. I don't think he likes it very much, but he does indeed. His head dropped straight away, but the touch judge's flags went up, which is the main thing. Don't think he caught it as cleanly as he might have liked, but London Irish have the scoring underway. 24 minutes on the clock. London Irish 3, Harlequins 6. First scrum goes down. Fitness regime pretty tough in France, is it?
Possibly not as tough as it is here. A lot of croissants involved.
Red wine and Galois as well, I shouldn't wonder. Anyway, the scrum, London Irish, great attacking platform right in the centre. Back it goes to Hodgson. Hodgson moves it left to Flutie. Flutie tackled well by Soealu before he could get the pass away, but keeps the ball alive. Drives forward and squeezes the ball back to Hodgson. Hodgson spins round to Kennedy. Kennedy yet to score for Irish, driving forward. I know he's desperate to get over that try line for Irish, but here it is this time, driving forward, taking play onwards, sets the ball up, they move it right, it's a pretty quick ball for Cat. Cat has Fearnarty with a half break, passes the ball back just when you needed Irish hands on it. It's picked up and it's going to be over the line, but the referee has his arm out for an advantage to London Irish. The try must be on to Tonga Leotoa, keeps it alive to Ojo, he's only about a foot out, over the line, and we have the first try of the afternoon for Topsy Ojo. Ben Willis cheering alongside me. It was all a bit messy. There were 3 Irishmen on this right-hand touchline: Bob Casey, Tonga Leotoa and Topsy Ojo. I thought Leotoa was just going to bulldoze his way over, but he did the wise thing, just popped the ball out to Ojo, and Ojo wriggled through, over in the corner. With half an hour gone, London Irish take the lead. It's London Irish 8, Harlequins 6. Well, Flutie is with the restart. Left-footed goes to his pack, who are away to his right. It's quite deep. Ojo flying up after it, and he's won the ball, Ojo. Great skills from Ojo. Keeps the ball alive, pops it on, and it's spinning away. Irish have some possession inside the 22. Quick ball, and they could be in here. Flutie with a pass. Inside him, Fearnarty. Fearnarty with a long pass out to Cat, who's crunched. Great tackle on Mike Cat. Really good tackle. They read that well, Quins. But Irish should keep this ball alive. Quins think they've turned it over, and Quins have turned it over, but illegally. So Irish will have a penalty in front of the posts, and they should take the 3 points here. But that was, well, opportunistic play there from Irish. Firstly from Topsy Ojo, who chased the kick-off quite superbly, but you have to say it was a good tackle on Mike Cat. A little bit of a shoulder in there from Harder, but it was legal, I think, just about. Yeah, Mike Cat did well to hold on to the ball there. The huge frame of George Harder bearing down on him. Well, it must be a little like being hit by a car running into George Harder like that, but he did terrifically well. Yeah, not far off, I'd say. He's a very powerful man, Georgie Harder, but no, Caddy did well and held on, and we will hopefully take 3 points from this. Well, sure they will, but I won't write this one in my book yet. Don't worry, I'll hold off. But it's a kick to Ricky Flutie in front of the post, just slightly off centre, away to the left. He's got the ball positioned right on the 22-metre line, so an opportunity to take it back to 1 point. Still the crowd oddly subdued here. It's because I suppose it's such a mixture of rugby supporters. It's not like a home game really for either. Technically it's a home game for Irish, and last year bizarrely it was a home game for Leeds, of all teams, but it's a slightly subdued atmosphere. But Ricky Flutie, there will be a roar away to his right and our right if he gets this one, where the majority of the Irish supporters are in the east stand. So Flutie it is now, who takes his time with his new technique we were talking about, strikes it left-footed, and through the middle it goes. So did the job quite perfectly. London Irish are back to within a point. London Irish 11, Harlequins 2 Irish on the Quins 22 on this left-hand touchline. Another great chance to attack for Irish. Casey at the front of the line. They go to the middle. It's won by Kennedy. Feeds on to Hodgson. Hodgson goes to Flutie outside him. Flutie has up in the line Dom Finarty, who finds half a gap, but it's, well, a penalty against Harlequins, I think, for possibly offside, possibly deliberate knock-on. Dom Finarty tried to offload the ball in the tackle, and it was certainly knocked on by a Quinn, but I think they were offside. And perhaps Dom Finarty just needs to hold on to the ball in that situation. I know he's great in the offload and he's created some tries, but he also needs to hold on sometimes.
Yeah, he given the island flair he has in him, he really enjoys keeping the ball alive, and his league background as well contributes to that. But
we've so far this afternoon had French flair, Gallic flair, Ireland flair, Argentinian flair. What about the English? Do they have any flair?
I think there could be one or two in our team that could show a bit of that today.
Well, let's hope so. Anyway, it's going to be a lead for London Irish, and that's the main thing. It's a penalty to Ricky Flutie right in front of the posts. It's 11-12 they trail at the moment. Irish have held the lead briefly in the first half. They went 8-6 up thanks to that try from Topsy Ojo. You're listening live to BBC Radio Berkshire from Twickenham for this season opener between London Irish and Harlequins. Ricky Flutie with the penalty. It's been a fairly scrappy and slightly unsatisfactory game so far, but you know, with London Irish they could just spring into life at any moment, and we've just had a few hints of that. Flutie it is, though, with the penalty, taking his time over it. Now he strikes the ball left-footed and drills it low. Through the middle it goes, and the roar is indeed from the east stand and away to our right to signify that it's the London Irish who now have the lead. It's London Irish 14, Harlequins 12. If I could hit a golf ball as far as Mike Katz could kick a rugby ball, I'd be a happy man, I think. Line-out's 2 Irish anyway. Taking their time in these blustering conditions, but it's a good line-out, it's a good throw taken by Casey in the middle of the line. So they've done the first bit. Irish backs hungrily, patiently waiting across the pitch, but the forwards are going to keep it for the time being, muscling their way up this right-hand touchline, crab-like towards the touchline though. They just need to be careful, bring it infield again. Phil Murphy controlling that, we can see from here. It's a good drive this from Irish. It's much more like it. They've made about 15-20 yards. They're inside Quins territory. Have they lost possession? No, they haven't. The referee seems to have his arm out briefly, but just signalling to the Quins backs to stay on side and to get back. It's gone to ground and it's slowed right down, but Phil Murphy still over there, getting his hands on the ball, driving forward, supported by Mania. They're only about 5 yards short now. Bob Casey taking it on. I don't think the backs are going to see the ball here. I think they can forget about that. The pack want a try. They're only about a yard out. Quins under terrific pressure here. Robbie Russell driving forward with Neil Hackley in support. Down they go again, moving infield all the time. On they go forward, about 2 feet short this time, London Irish. The referee still telling Quins to stay back, stay on side. They try, they come again, London Irish. The forwards, it's set up there for someone to pick it up. Murphy, I think it is, who gets his hands on it. But instead it's a little drop goal attempt from Ricky Flutie, and it's gone through the middle. Well, he's caught everyone by surprise there. Just as I was saying they wouldn't see it, Flutie just picked the ball up, looked up, right in front of the post, popped it over, extends the lead by another 3 points. London Irish 17, Harlequins 12. Come on, London Irish, you don't deserve to lose this one. It was an illegitimate try scored against them. The restart hanging, Phil Murphy underneath it, goes up for the ball, pats it back. Has it gone forward? No, it hasn't. Olivier Mania gets the ball, drives forward. We have about 2 minutes plus injury time left. They go left to Bob Casey. Casey tackled, takes 2 men to stop him though. Hodgson trying to dig that ball out. Quins players, well, right on the line of being offside. Everett digs in there as fly half. Out it goes, right to Flutie. Flutie with a little pop pass to Robbie Russell through his hands though, and has to be tidied up by Olivier Mania. They're back on their own halfway line. All the way back on halfway now, London Irish. Declan Danaher on the field, incidentally. He's involved. It's another penalty now. This one's more kickable. Another penalty in front of the posts, but it's a long way out. This one is more kickable, though. Ben, you're rubbing your hands because it's straighter.
No, I'm there's a bit of anxiety, a bit of nervous energy there.
Right in front of the post, but it's a long way out.
I want to take as many nerves as I can from Ricky, so he's calm going to this kick.
You see, you're getting an insight, Ben, here, and what it's like for those of us who have to watch London Irish, how you drag our nerves one way or another. We've, in the last minute, with injury time to follow, and it's a kick of about 40 metres out, right in the middle of the pitch.
And looking at the flag, certainly on top of the stand, it looks like the wind might have picked up in the last 15, which won't help the mind of Ricky Flutie if he can feel it down there. But
well, I can hear my my high horse clopping into view, because I'm getting sick of Harlequin supporters booing Ricky Flutie. It's unnecessary, it's creeping into the game, and we don't want it. But Flutie won't be bothered by it as he again crouches down. The white boots, looks up at the posts again, stares at the posts, willing them on. We're into injury time now. Flutie with a kick to give Irish the lead. They trail by 2. Flutie strikes the ball. He struck it much better this time. Is it through? It's through the middle. Ricky Flutie has given London Irish the lead. It's a lovely kick. He kept it low, but it's gone through. All that matters is the touch judges' flags silence the Quins booers, and London Irish supporters to our right get to their feet. In injury time, Irish have a lead of 1. Quins don't waste any time with the restart. 2019.